guys, I'm Elodie Rêverie, and I'm going to be teaching you the basics of backgammon, what many argue is the sexiest game in the world and also the oldest game in the world. Backgammon is essentially a racing game, and it requires two players. Each player comes into conflict with each other as you race, so the tactics can be very subtle. The game is deceptively easy, and what I really like about it is that you can learn it very quickly and you can beat someone who's at a very high level because of the role of luck in this game. However, strategy and tactics are ultimately what really set you apart as a great player. But it's really easy to get started. It's changed my life. As a singer-songwriter, it uses a different part of my brain, and I feel like if I can play backgammon, anybody can learn. And I hope it changes your life the way it's changed mine. So with all that said, let's get started. First, let's start with how to set up the board. I wouldn't say it's like self-evident. It's not like checkers or... It just becomes muscle memory once you start to do it. And it's not cheating if you have to look up a diagram of how to set up the board. That will not disqualify you from this game, and it really does become easy to learn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to set up 3 right here. I'm going to set up 2 right here. And I'm going to set up 5 right here. And then the yellow mirrors the pieces completely, so it's kind of easier. I definitely recommend practicing setting up. I'll just add that I love this board. It has my Elodie Rêverie logo on it, and the pieces are the thickest pieces of any backgammon board on the market. Crystallite originally started manufacturing their games in Brooklyn and then moved to Providence, where they are now. I'm going to be purple, and my pieces are going to be moving in this direction, so counterclockwise, and yellow is going to be moving clockwise. My goal is to get all of my pieces into this quadrant and off the board, and yellow's goal is to get all of their pieces into this quadrant and off the board. So I'm just going to show you guys a couple moves. How you start playing is each player rolls one of their die. We have 2 dies per player, but we're just going to start with each player rolling 1 die. Double 3. Okay, so we got to do that again because one player has to have a higher roll. Ollie's trying to get all his pieces over here, and I'm trying to get all my pieces over here. So when you roll the dice, it doesn't matter which piece you move first. I rolled a 5 and a 1. So I can't move my piece here on the 1 because there are 3 of these pieces. I could only move it here if there was only one of the opponent's piece. So if there's more than one piece, you can't move it onto that dice. I could, however, move the one right here. I'm going counterclockwise. I can, if I roll a 1 and I get him, he has to go to little, yeah, it's like Monopoly, go to jail, and then he has to roll a certain number to resume playing. But if he doesn't roll that certain dice number, then he misses all his turns and cannot play any pieces at all. So he has to, this is my home board, and he has to roll a 1, 2, 3, a 4, or a 5 in this instance to get back in the game. So it's my roll because I got a 5 and Ollie got a 4. I just want to add that I've left myself vulnerable to having to start the race all over. So now this piece has to go in a timeout. But that was kind of a risky move because in order to start the race over, I don't know why I keep calling it a race, I'm just trying to drive this point home for beginners. But if his dice lands on a 5, this is my 5th point, then I have to go up here. Okay. Oh.